Health benefits of a Mediterranean diet. Most people who follow a diet have unrealistic expectations, such as a fit body, good health, glowing skin, and more. The issues with that kind of expectation are that it just doesn't work that way. A good diet to work on your body must have something better than your previous one. But the diets that most people go for aren't that different when you compare the nutritional data. Talking about nutritional data, here's one for you. If there's one diet that actually works, it's the Mediterranean diet, and the scientific data backs it as well. In a 2019 report by US News & World, the Mediterranean diet tops the list of best diets overall due to a host of health benefits, which we'll go through in detail in this video. If you're watching this channel for the first time, please hit the red subscribe button and ring the bell icon for constant updates. Five, it could help you reduce heart risk. Most cardiologists nowadays recommend a Mediterranean diet to those who suffer from cardiovascular diseases and those who are at risk of developing it, and they aren't wrong. Various studies report that those who follow the Mediterranean diet had almost 30% lower risk of heart disease than those who didn't. Cardiologists are also praising its long-term effects and how it could potentially prevent you and your loved ones from ever getting a cardiovascular disease. 4. It reduces cognitive decline in old age and may prevent Alzheimer's disease. Keith Fargo, PhD, is the outreach for the Alzheimer's Association and the scientific program director. According to him, people who have issues with vascular health are at a high risk of developing cognitive decline. For those unaware, cognitive decline is the first symptom that most patients with Alzheimer's disease first start to notice. Recent studies have begun to show a trend with the Mediterranean diet and how those who follow this diet saw a dramatic decrease in cognitive decline, especially in old age. If cognitive decline decreases, it could potentially stop the conversion to Alzheimer's disease. 3. This diet could help with weight loss and proper weight maintenance. As you know by now, that the Mediterranean diet has ranked the highest in the best diets overall list by the US News & World, and so it's not very hard to imagine that it must have a lot of benefits, including weight loss. According to research published in The Lancet, Diabetes and Endocrinology Journal, the participants were divided into 3 groups, and each of them followed a different diet. The first one followed a calorie-restricted low-fat diet, the second one followed the Mediterranean calorie-restricted diet, and the third group followed a calorie-unrestricted low-carb diet. Out of all 3, the Mediterranean groups lost the most weight, and 2 from the waistline, while other body areas remained similar. 2. It could also help people with type 2 diabetes. Patients with type 2 diabetes always get the worst of it. If you've been looking for something natural that can actually go with your regular medicine and still help you with your condition, then the Mediterranean diet is the way to go. A researcher organized a massive study with 418 random people who fall in 55 to 80. In this study, he asked a quarter of the participants to follow the Mediterranean diet, while others followed the same diet. None of the participants was at risk of diabetes before the study was conducted. After the 4 years, the participants who followed the Mediterranean diet had almost 52% lower risk for type 2 diabetes than those who didn't. 1. Those with depression can also benefit from this. According to a well-known study published in the journal Molecular Psychiatry, the Mediterranean diet and their eating habits have been linked to a reduction in depression in the subjects who were part of the study. They then made 41 observable studies and found similar results, and it wasn't a tiny reduction either. They saw a decrease of almost 33% in the subjects who had a Mediterranean diet when compared to the usual diet that's rich in sugar, trans fat, and processed meat. While they haven't quite figured out the key ingredient that promotes the reduction of depression, it's still a benefit nonetheless. So guys, this was the list of health benefits of a Mediterranean diet. If you liked the video, please press the thumbs up and share this video with your friends. For regular health tips, subscribe to this channel and tap that tiny bell icon. I'll be back with another video soon. Till then, take care, stay healthy, and keep watching.